Now, UNICEF is warning Israel strikes there are taking a devastating and inhumane toll on civilians, and in particular, children. Nada Bashir visited a Beirut hospital and spoke with some of those affected.
The pained cries of one of Lebanon's youngest casualties. She was injured after an Israeli airstrike hit a college in Beirut, where she and her family had been sheltering. We're not identifying them as they've requested privacy. This little girl is one of the hundreds of wounded patients that were brought into hospitals across Beirut following Wednesday's devastating attack on the city. But her mother considers her one of the lucky ones. She was able to survive the attack, but there were more than 300 who were killed.
When I heard the first strike, I ran out screaming, "My daughter, my daughter!" I couldn't see anything, just black everywhere. I could hear her voice. She was calling for me, "Mama, Mama." I was digging through the debris with my hands. I could just see her face, her head. I pulled her out with my hands and carried her. I was in shock.
At just 3 years old, her daughter has now lived through 2 wars between Israel and Lebanon. Israel claims it is targeting Hezbollah forces. But across the country, civilians are paying a heavy price.
What have our children done to deserve this? What have they done? Why should my daughter have to cover her ears from fear of the sound when she goes to sleep?
Doctors and nurses here at the Maqasid hospital say they were inundated with casualties. Civilians, they tell us, poured into the hospital, many of them in a critical condition.
There were very, very bad injuries. And of course, our own psychological needs were not met as well. We had no time to see if our parents are okay. We didn't know where the blasts were. It was all over Lebanon. There's no place safe anymore. Like the last war, there were known targets. Now we don't know where there's going to be a bombing.
Nurse Sabine Abu Auda has reason to be fearful. The military has accused Hezbollah forces of using ambulances for cover, warning that they too could be targeted. And now an expanded evacuation warning in southern Beirut has placed the nearby Rafiq Hariri University Hospital in the line of fire. Doctors here say they have received dozens of bodies, many of them still waiting to be identified by their inconsolable families. Mohammed Nasruddin tells me his friend Abbas was killed in a strike which hit a local grocery store. He was just 19.
We pulled him out from beneath rubble. We only found him today. He was under the rubble since Wednesday. Now he's a martyr. What can we do?
Nada Bashir, CNN in Beirut.